Welcome to another episode of Oscar's Interviews, a podcast hosted by me, Oskar. This podcast is aimed not just at people with visual impairments, but also the wider impaired community, including support professionals and anyone else who might consider themselves an ally. Through conversations with students and support professionals, we explore different perspectives and what this kind of support really looks like in everyday life. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Let's get started. Today I'm joined by Ellie, a student who works with Senclude as part of their studies. Ellie, thank you for joining me. Could you start by telling us a bit about yourself, what you're studying, and how you came to be working with Senclude?
So my name's Ellie. My full name is Ellie-May Fox, and I was studying creative music production and technology at Canterbury Christ Church University for 3 years. And I came to be with Senclude through the DSA, which is Disabled Students Allowance. They actually provided a specialist support person for VI specialist support, and that happened to be John Paul at Senclude. And so I've been with Senclude for the past 3 years, and I have to say it's been a wonderful experience. So yes, that's how I came to be with Senclude, and what I've been studying. I've actually finished my university course now, so that's pretty amazing. 3 years flies by really quickly, but that's how I came to be with Senclude.
Okay, so the next question I have is, what does the support from Senclude actually look like week to week?
So it looks like it's weekly phone calls with a specialist support person, whether that be JP or one of his other colleagues. And for me, it's always been JP. And it takes the format, like I say, of either phone calls, or it can take the form of like Microsoft Teams meetings if it came to it. For example, in situations where we needed to share screen or what have you, we may either use Microsoft Teams or something called TeamViewer, so that JP or whoever was doing it could see the screen and help me with various bits and pieces. So it's that's what it looks like week to week.
Oh, that's great. I know you did say that you finished your university degree, which I'm really happy about. And congratulations on that. But when you were working on your course, how did the support fit around that?
So JP would help me with things like sort of making sure that certain assignments and stuff were getting done. So he'd check in with me to see where I was up to on assignments and things like that, because I didn't necessarily need a lot of like intervention in terms of Braille resources and things, because my course was mainly practical based. So
Yes.
he was there to help me more with the kind of admin side, helping me to basically making sure that I was keeping on track, and helping me with certain things, voiceover techniques in apps like Zotero for Harvard referencing and things like that, bibliographies, all that fun and scary stuff. But excuse me, but that was what he was mainly there for, was of helping with voiceover and things like that, and the accessibility side of things, and also making sure that assignments were on track to be finished. And yeah, pretty cool.
Is there a particular way that works best for you in terms of support? Is there particular things that you need from your support?
The support that I received has been great, absolutely fantastic. I couldn't ask for better support. It's been wonderful. If you're talking from, are you talking from physical support like sighted guide work, or are you
Yes.
talking? So I've had I had a sighted guide at university. She was absolutely, they've all been absolutely brilliant. I had three different ones, but they've been absolutely brilliant. I couldn't ask for better support. The only thing is that those sighted guides were not from Senclude, they were from another company, but the sighted guides that I have had were absolutely brilliant in offering me support and things like that. And alongside the support from Senclude, it has been a seamless experience.
Oh, that makes me feel really warm inside as well.
Oh, good.
Because that means that we as a company are doing what we're supposed to be doing, which
yes,
yeah.
I
When you
couldn't have asked for
first
better support. That's good.
when you first got the support that you needed, how did it feel at the start? Did you feel nervous? How was your experience?
Well, I was, needless to say, I was a little bit nervous because obviously it's my, it was my first year of university, big campus, you know, new people. Some of them I did know, but it was still quite nerve-wracking. It was, funnily enough, I had a bit of I can tell you a bit of a story of something that happened in the second week, actually, involving my support. So my support couldn't actually attend the university because of the fact that her daughter had actually tested positive for COVID. So,
that happens.
so yes, it happens. And so, but the wonderful students and some wonderful tutors stepped in on the first day of that week and actually helped me in terms of sighted guide work. And then on the rest of the week, I had a different sighted guide covering. But I've had some truly wonderful students, tutors, and people at the university over the years have just dropped everything to help me in situations where my guides haven't been there, or what have you. So, but yeah, to start with, it was quite nerve-wracking, but then I kind of got into the flow of everything, and obviously the second week was really stressful, but then everything just went really smoothly after that.
Oh, that's great.
Mm.
How much do you think it matters that the person supporting you knows your subject?
Well, obviously, the person that's with you needs to have like some understanding of it, but really they were kind of, what was nice was the person that was with me was actually picking up, you know, would actually sort of pick up on things from the subject as we were listening. So in a way, they were studying themselves for free, which was quite nice. So they were able to follow along and help me with the content, because they knew, or because they were getting an understanding of it along with me.
Yeah.
So that was quite helpful.
That's a question that is the most interesting to me personally. What would your university life look like without getting the support?
Oh gosh, if I didn't have all the support that I had, it could have been very, very different. Although, having said that, the tutors and the students that were there were absolutely lovely. I think they would have supported me, but it would have been really difficult, going from day to day without that support in place. And because also you can't guarantee as well that in situations where the tutor might be ill, and obviously students might not be coming in, so you go into university expecting to be picked up or something, and you're not, from the reception area. So but in terms of all the support, I think like I say, it would have been very difficult without the support of JP, without the support of the sighted guides at uni. I think it would have been a very different experience.
What would you say to someone considering getting this kind of support?
Absolutely, go for it. It's obviously they have to go through either like DSA or through their university, but absolutely go for that support. Explain at the study needs assessment and things that they might have, that they need sighted support, or in some cases a specialist note taker, and things like that, because they can act as a sighted guide and a specialist note taker. I know that that people, I know that Senclude actually offer a sighted guide and a professional specialist note taker as well, so they could sort of ask for that, or they could whatever it is they need. But I would say to them, absolutely go for it. It's been wonderful for me. Hopefully they'll have as good of an experience as I had with the support.
If they are worried about anything, what would you say to them?
I would say to them, speak to the supplier, because when I say the supplier, I mean the people supplying the support. So for example, Senclude. If they have any concerns whatsoever, they should contact obviously the supplier and speak to somebody. I mean, I had some concerns a while, like when I was first starting, and I contacted Senclude and spoke to them, and they were just absolutely brilliant. So you'd be in good hands.
Perfect. Is there anything else that I haven't mentioned that you would like to mention that you think might be beneficial?
I don't think so. No, I think we've kind of covered everything. I just want to say again that Senclude are a brilliant company, and that people are in great hands with Senclude. The staff there are wonderful, and I've received lovely support, advice, and things over the years. Just go for it.
That's amazing to hear. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking the time to get interviewed.
You're welcome.
That was really insightful. And hopefully I will get to talk to you soon.
Yes, that'd be wonderful. Thanks so much.
No worries. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you for watching or listening. I hope you enjoyed this conversation and were able to take something away from it. If you would like to learn more about what we do at Senclude and hear more episodes of the podcast, make sure to follow our social media accounts, which will be linked in the description below. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you in the next episode.